Hello and welcome back. So this is a continuation of Joomla 2.5 training, and the lesson 6 we will now understand the Joomla backend. The agenda of this class is basic navigation in Joomla backend, introduction to Joomla basic editor, category manager, articles, menus, extensions, and finally introduction to JC editor. So if you recall, in the last class we understood what's meant by a category, an article, or a menu. Fine. Now let's go to Joomla backend to understand each of these components one by one. Okay. So the first to start with is Joomla basic editor. So I go back. I go to the backend. So let me just close this and start from how to log in. If you recall, in order to log in the backend, you need to type http localhost and then the folder that where you have saved your Joomla contents. Okay, if you forgot how to do it, you may want to go back to my previous classes and have a look. Then finally type administrator and then hit the enter button, which leads you to a administration login wherein you type your username and password, in this case admin and train me12. Hit on the login button. That leads you to the backend. A backend is also called as an administration component of Joomla. Okay, there are a number of things out here. To start with, there is something called as you would see, Joomla basic editor. What's a Joomla basic editor? A basic editor helps you to edit your content of Joomla website. So we have seen in previous classes how to modify or how to format your content, and that's what you do it using an editor. So Joomla by default comes with a basic editor. So hold on, let's just go here. So in order to see the basic editor, you go to article, open any article. All right, I say I open this article's beginners. Okay, and then in that, what you see out here on the top, or what you see within that, this is the article content, but this is lying on something. That's what is called as an editor, which helps you to edit an article. Edit means it includes formatting as well, or changing the contents. Say for example, in this case I want this to make, say I want this to make it underline. Okay, and then I want this first two letters to make it bold, and maybe change this little bit further to say I want heading 1. Oh, hold on, what to do, say make it italics. Okay, first two letters. So what we have done, we have underlined, we have made italic, and then there is not an option in this editor to change the colors, is it not? It's a very basic editor that comes with a Joomla basic installation. So a little while from now I will show you how to install a better editor, which is called as a JC editor, which has got many other options, just like your Microsoft Word to format your contents. So it's got many other options. So what you can do, you can use an editor to in fact edit an article. Okay, once you do that, save your article and refresh your front end, and that's where you will see the changes takes effect. So that's what we have done. First two letters bold, and then we underlined this. So that's basically the function of an editor. Okay, then category manager. As you recall from the previous class, I explained you the concept of the category, menus and articles, right? So in this case, a category helps you to define multiple categories. As simple as that. Sorry, a category manager helps you to define multiple categories. In order to go to category manager, what you should do it is you should go on the top of this page, say contents and category manager. Okay, simply click on category manager. So it shows you all the categories that's been defined already. Okay, and if you want to define a new category, then you can optionally do that using the new button out here. So if I click on the new button, it helps me to define the category. Alright, so say for the example that I was taking a while ago for category, say one category is definition. I defined it. Okay, then what I want to do it is this, I want to keep it. If you have already defined categories, you can choose a predefined category as a parent. Okay, what I do it is I will use a predefined category Joomla as my parent, and then you can publish that category out here. Publishing means that category will then be accessible to the menus and articles. Okay, so and then you can set the access of that category. Now the user access, I will cover it little later. Okay, as of now leave it as it is, and optionally you can give a basic description of a category out here. I will leave it as it is. I will leave this blank and simply say definition. You can save and close it, which will close this window completely, or save a new if you want to define a new category. So I say definition is my one category and I want to define one more category. Save and new, which leads me to this page, say a new category. So I say elaboration is my another category. Okay, and again I chose a category parent as Joomla, which is another category, as I said before, which is a predefined category. So by that I defined two categories, a definition and elaboration, phases of a project. Okay, I save it and close it. So that's the concept of a category manager, defining new categories, as simple as that. If you want to edit an existing category, so in this case you define a definition. If you want to edit it, you simply click on this and it will take you to the category definition, and then you can change this category definition out here and change the parent or whatever you want to do, and then again hit save and close, and after the changes will take effect. So look at this, category successfully saved. Alright, so that's very briefly the concept of the category manager and defining categories under it. Then articles. I already explained you what's meant by articles. These are nothing but articles. Okay, now let's do one thing. Articles are of two types. One is called as a featured article and another is a simple article. Featured article appears on the front page. Okay, as you would see, this article is a featured article, and articles that appears elsewhere are called as standard articles. Okay, so in this case, if you want to define a new article, simply go to Joomla backend. Okay, go to article manager, content, article manager. There you can see all the articles that's been defined already. Okay, so what you can do, you can simply hit new button if you want to define a new article. I define it, then you give a title out here. So I give a title, say overview of, or let's do one thing. Let me go back to my presentation from the previous class. Okay, let's take this. My article 1 is assembling a team, so I give assembling a team as my article title. Okay, article title identifies an article. Fine. Then comes category. That's what I explained you previously. You can associate an article in a menu and a category. So in this case I say that this article belongs where, which category it belongs to definition. So we have already set category, or we have defined category definition. So choose category definition from here. That's what associates an article with a definition. And then what? You can give your content of the article here. So say write something. I simply write few things. Assembling a team involves interviewing the team members, shortlisting and shortlisting. Okay, shortlisting and final approval from the project manager. Okay, let's say this is my first article. Sorry, this is my first article. Okay, then for this article there is something called as metadata options out here. There are a number of options out here actually. Okay, so here you can give metadata. Metadata is something like it helps you to make your article search engine friendly. So assembling a team, if someone goes and types in Google assembling a team, and you can see a number of hits comes, how does Google know about this title? It comes through this meta description. So ideally you should give title same as meta description. Here you can write other keywords, say team, project, I mean something that identifies your articles or similar attributes of your articles. Okay, members, say team members. So by that it makes your article. Okay, you can either save it right here, or alternatively you can attach an image with the article. Okay, so what I do at the moment, let me just save this article. Okay, I say save and close. So by that's how you define an article. Okay, so let's see whether our article is listed. Now if you have already number of articles defined out here, you can optionally search an article. Okay, so what we have given article, assembling a team. So assembling, and hit the search button, it will simply find your article. That's the article you have given. Fine. Now let's go here. The next one is menus. So once you have defined a category, second step you define an article, third step is attaching this article to a menu. So in this case you've got a main menu. It's called as home, sample sites. So what's the main menu? Home, sample site. If you see here, this is the main menu. Fine, that's what is say main menu. So out here what I'll do it is I will associate something with sample sites. Okay, so what I do it is here I I need to create a new entry or a new menu item in the main menu to show my article. So hit on the new button, and here you choose your menu item type. Okay, menu item type. In this case we want to associate our article with the menu. So I click on single article out here. So articles, single article. Okay, only one article I want to associate with one menu. I want to give my menu title, say I go back to my example out here. I want to give my menu as scoping. This is my menu title, so scoping. Fine. Then select an article within that. An article within that is assembling a team. So select your article, assembling a team, and then optionally you have an option to choose what you call as whether you want to display this article as an article which is published or not. Okay, uh, sorry, yeah, you've got an article. So when you publish an article, only then it's viewable on your website. If article is not published, it's not viewable on the website. The second option that I wanted to show was, hold on, yeah, where you want to associate your article. So as I said, in this case we say we want to associate with sample sites. So you go to menu location. So this is the main menu, and here you associate it with sample sites. So in sample sites I say scoping, and then I save this. When I save this, this menu item is now saved. So let's go back to our Joomla website, simply refresh it, I click on sample sites, and then here you can see